In this video, we're continuing our conversation about some tips that might help for stress relief when we have upcoming exams. Here we go. My name is Dr. Park. I'm a psychologist for youth, and here at Through the Waters, we nurture youth mental health. In the previous video, we talked about 5 tips for stress relief when you have upcoming exams. And in case you missed that first video, I'll provide a link to it so you can check it out. Now let's talk about 5 more tips that can help for exam stress relief. I'll call these tips 6 through 10. Some of these are expanded upon in other videos that are available on this channel, so I'll provide links to those as we go in case you'd like to learn more. Tip number 6 is to nurture a healthy lifestyle in the manageable ways that you can. I know when we're stressed, we just want to pull all-nighters, eating Doritos and Pepsi from the vending machine, but ultimately this is going to hurt us more than it helps. If there are small, micro choices that you can make to help your nutrition, sleep, and exercise, try to gently allow yourself to have those in the ways that are manageable for you right now. Your mood, focus, and energy level will thank you for it. By the way, I made a whole playlist of videos about how to prioritize your mental health in areas like nutrition, sleep, and exercise, so here's the link if you'd like to dig deeper into prioritizing those. Tip number 7 is to seek support. Sometimes all we need is to know that we're not alone. It can make a huge difference to know that other people are finding a particular class, teacher, assignment, or exam stressful, just like we are. This provides that validation and normalization that we sometimes need in order to just take a deep breath and be like, okay, I'm okay, and I'm gonna be okay. Sometimes connecting with someone who's actually in the same class means that we can also learn from each other about study approaches that might be helpful too. Tip number 8 is to reward yourself. I had a friend who used to put a small little candy at the bottom of each page of her textbook. Like if it was lying open, both pages would have a little candy at the bottom of them. Then when she would finish reading that page, she'd eat the candy. In general, I'm a bigger fan of intrinsic motivation, which is like our internal desire for lifelong learning, rather than extrinsic motivation, meaning things outside of us that reward us. But the fact of the matter remains that extrinsic rewards can still be helpful for our motivation and our encouragement. What are some small little ways that you could reward yourself for the micro steps that you're taking in your studying? This is kind of like creating a little gamification for yourself. Maybe you could reward yourself for each chapter that you study or each set of flashcards that you review. Tip number 9 is to practice relaxation and mindfulness. This is going to be especially helpful if your mind is running really fast, if you feel the stress in your body like physical tension or a fast heartbeat, or if you're actually getting out of touch with your body. I have an entire playlist about coping tools, so I'll link to that playlist as well as the specific video about relaxation techniques that you can try. You can also download the entire list of coping tools for free at the link in the description below. Our 10th and final tip is to keep your stress in perspective. Any upcoming exam is probably going to feel like a fast approaching fire in your life, so of course that's consuming a lot of your attention and energy right now. That makes total sense. If at all possible, try to take a step back and set this in perspective. One way of doing this is maths. Try actually sitting down with the syllabus and calculating what score you need on an exam to get the grade you're aiming for in this class. This will be easier to do the further along you are in the term, like in the quarter or the semester. For example, there are definitely situations where you can get a B or a C on a final exam and still get an A in the class, or maybe your goal is to get a B in the class. Be realistic with yourself about your goals and what's doable for you in this season. I'm not a big fan of grades and points in general, but for most of us, this is the unfortunate reality of the educational system that we're dealing with, so let's be savvy about how we navigate it for the sake of our stress levels and mental health. So there you have it. We just went through 5 more tips for exam stress relief, bringing our grand total to 10. If you have a stress relief tip related to exams, share that in the comments so that we can be learning from each other. In the next video, we're going to continue this conversation about setting our exam stress in perspective. As I mentioned, you can download a free list of coping tools at the link in the description below. You can also sign up for our signature anxiety program called Peace to the People, where we take a deep dive into leveling up your tools for dealing with anxiety. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.